Yes, yes, indeed. This is a special today. Today was a special day. Today was a great day and a lesson day to be here. But I got some champions here tonight, and this is gonna be very, 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 very heavy for the soul. Like I said, today was a blessed day. I got my guy Red. Y'all already met Red before. You met him the last time, and he's fired up this time. He been fired up than he was the last time. And I got my brother Big Benny. He on the show. I've been waiting to get him on the show, and he on the show, and he got some facts to demonstrate to you right now, all the way live. And I got my brother here. Y'all met here before. Here was on the show last time. He here today. He got a lot of things he got to say. They're gonna correspond exactly to what's going on in society today. Red, just give us a few truths right quick. Just let them know.
Well, I'm gonna start it off like this here. If we don't come together, we in trouble.
Okay.
Y'all see this fist right here? We gotta be just as powerful. Not just holding it up as a symbol. We gotta know what it means.
Okay.
And the symbol is come together.
Okay. Y'all heard my man. Y'all already know how it is. Like Red said before, you'll get to know me as I talk. My brother Big Benny, just introduce yourself and give us a little something about yourself.
How you doing, fam? Everyone out there. Hopefully today, this evening, that we'll get some things across, and maybe it might be a different thought.
Okay.
Just a different thought about which way we should go. Like my brother said, that we have to come together. The question is that we always should wonder is what we come together for. And it's something that we all should think about. Why are we coming together?
Right. I respect. Y'all heard my brother Big Benny. Could hit you on with something sharp though. Yeah, give us a little something. I know last time we was on here, I know it was. Hey, let us know something.
Shit, man, I'm just heard this rapping here for the hood niggas, man.
Already.
Heard. I ain't no politician ass nigga, but I say my insights, get my 2 cents on what I feel, how I feel, and what the streets talking. I'm what the streets talking.
Okay.
That's here.
Okay. Already, y'all heard it from here. And he most definitely gonna give you that information because a lot of you brothers out there don't know what's going on. A lot of you brothers are confused out there, don't understand nothing about how the system is actually affecting you. And I'm gonna start it off right here, break it off to you real quickly. I'm gonna pass it to my brother Red. He's gonna give you insight. We're gonna talk about a little bit about voting, a little about everything else. Red, go ahead and give us insight on that and what exactly what we was talking about earlier.
Well, my perspective on voting, everybody, is who are we voting for? Okay. Why are we voting if we don't vote together? For
That's
one thing, you can vote for Trump. That lady over there can vote for Biden. You can vote for the liberal woman. And guess what? Everybody vote is scattered. We already know. How many presidents have it been? 45. We working on 46. Which one have done anything for us?
Anything. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I want you to pick back up. Hold on 1 second though. Hold on 1 second. I want you to pick back up on that. Because this is gonna be very deep out here. This is very serious. Hold on, lady. I see you sitting over there right there to the left. Go ahead, ma'am. Ma'am, you're right there. Your hand is up. You had something you want to say. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what are you saying, Red? Are you saying to vote the Democratic way or to not vote the Democratic way?
No.
Because hold on.
Go ahead. Ask a question. Go ahead.
One at a time. Let us ask a question. Let us ask a question.
Because we as Black people have always voted in a Democratic direction.
But I'm gonna bring this to you. I'm gonna bring this to your attention.
Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. One at a time. Hold on. Listen. Let me explain something to you. I know this is very heavy. This is gonna be very deep. This is very serious. But we got to speak one at a time. but we got individuals that's
I'm
watching.
gonna answer that though.
I know you are, and I know you is too. And I know you want to respond. We got a brother right there in the red that want to respond to that there. So I want y'all that's listening, that's watching, to pay attention. And pay attention to these Jews that's being dropped. Because it's very educational. Google gonna take you through a change of command. We're gonna give you something off the top, raw. Go ahead, man. Finish what you were saying.
I wanted to see what his response.
Oh,
Okay,
I
go
got
ahead,
one.
my brother.
Look here, I'm gonna tell you like this here. So-called black people have always voted Republican, not Democratic. So if you go back and check history, we were Republicans. We were never Democrats.
That's how you end the country.
Okay, you heard what he said? You heard what he said? That was a good response. Hold on. Bam, ma'am. Listen, ma'am. Listen, ma'am. Listen, ma'am. Please, don't speak out of turn, man. We will pass the mic to you. Ma'am, don't do it, man. I'm gonna have to call security. Matter of fact, yeah, you go ahead on in the back. You go on in the back. Go ahead, my brother there in the back.
I got a question. I mean, a lot of people talking about the actual presidential election.
Okay.
We're talking about the local elections, but we don't even know who we voting for. As young people going to these polls,
I like that.
they don't know what judge they voting for, who the good one, who the bad one. That's what we need to be talking about, because that's who letting these people get these police get off on these killers.
Do you want me to take back over?
Okay. Now hold on.
Speak on that.
Whoa.
Do you want me to take
hold
back
on, brother. We're gonna get to you. What we gonna do? Look here. Hey, one thing about you is when they dropping, they hiding they fire, you can get burned. Brother, do you want to add anything to that? Go ahead. Let my brother hear a response to that.
I want to jump back on what my homie Red said.
Go ahead, my brother.
About the Democrats and the Republicans. If 46 of these motherfuckers will have any one of them done for us as black people. So I'm speaking from when you said that, the first thing I thought about is this right here. This is where everybody should have thought this. So do voting really matter? Do voting really matter?
It go back to the separation of the vote.
But see, here we go. Whoa. Hold on. I
Hey, that's a good question. I got you.
What we're gonna do right here? We're gonna answer my brother question. We got a young lady right here that got a question. We're gonna her get her question out first, and then we're gonna go ahead and let this brother here respond. He got something he want to say. You go ahead, ma'am. You're next.
It's not really a question, it's a comment.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Voting is the way to give people the illusion of inclusion. So they have us thinking that our vote really matters, but at the end of the day, just like with Trump, they took all the votes from the Electoral College and made him the president of the United States. I feel like we no longer need the Electoral College to represent us anymore. The popular vote should win. And the reason I'm saying that is that the popular vote is the people's vote. If you don't take the people's vote and then you take the Electoral College and decide who the president is going to be by that, my voice hasn't been heard because I didn't vote for Trump per se.
Woo! Now hold up. Whoa.
I can answer.
Whoa, hold up. We got a lot of questions.
I can answer
Hold
yours.
on.
I can answer yours.
My brother Big Benny haven't got a chance to speak yet, because we finna let Benny speak. But what I have to say,
Very good question.
You mowed some grass there, Miss Lady.
She cut it.
You cut some grass there, Miss Lady. And, guess what? And Big Benny finna send the blowers through there to let the yard.
My question, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm going back to the beginning,
Okay.
his answer, his response to it. When we're talking about Republican and Democrat. Now, the key question is, yes, we voted, but nobody, or we never asked for an agenda. See, the problem is the voting part is not the issue. The issue is what agenda we asking for. So we can vote all Democrat, which 90 to 80% of us vote Democrat
Mhm.
for the longest,
Mhm.
including black men that's involved, even though 46 to 65% of black men is incarcerated.
Mhm.
So when you talking about voting, first thing you should put on your mind is what are we voting for? Let's put an agenda on the table. Let's put reparations on the table. Don't you think there's some people that built the country owe that? Everybody got reparations around the world except us. I can name them off.
Yeah.
But we're the only one haven't got reparations. The only thing that we deal with and always have deal with is the effects of the cause.
Mhm.
So when you start talking about voting, the question is when are we going to have an agenda? Now, the key part is this. We cannot have people that give us agendas that entertain us. I'm just keeping it 100. We need professional people that understand politics. We don't need nobody that's in there that shoot basketball. There's nothing wrong with them that sing. That's your profession. We need people that represent us, lawyers. We need professors in politics. Understand this game. Those are the type of people that we need. Now, to his question that he asked, local, very, very key. Very, very key. At the same time, still, on a local level, none of the local peoples, we have agenda for. You know why? Because no one ever talked to us about politics. How many in here, father or mother, grandmama, great-great-grandmama, talked to them about politics? Raise your hand.
No.
And I'm right here.
That's the root. Right.
I don't see nobody with their hands
That's the
up.
root.
We got a crowd.
Right.
So the question is that understanding politics and getting the agenda, that's the only people that we should vote for. Who gonna give us an agenda?
Right.
And then now we need someone to push their agenda.
Okay.
Don't come pushing us with dances and you eat hot sauce and you drink this and you listen to jazz and you know I shot basketball and that's my favorite rapper. Now I'm gonna put on some Converse shoes and all this other stuff. Now I got Timberlands on. And symbolism is nothing, my people.
Right.
Symbolism is nothing. Quit letting people symbolize us. Give us some, you know, like you said, give me the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me the facts. Look at our schools. Look at our streets. Look at our neighborhoods. It's all our fault? Really? Really?
Hold on, we got a lady in the audience want to ask a question. Go ahead, ma'am.
So what I got out of that, and I think everybody else did, was we need to put an agenda together
Definitely.
first,
Yes.
and then what?
Once you put the agenda together, and then what happens is that now it goes into your politicians. Now you can give it to your senators, your congressmen, the people that's representing that take it to Congress, the CDC. You can give it, you can push it towards these people, but you need the right people that do that. And the only people that I know of that can push this out and do this and got an agenda already set up from reparations to the school, everything building. A woman named Yvette Cornell, woman.
Dr. Claude Anderson.
A brother named Tone Talk, and a brother that's Professor Dirty, a professor at Duke University. If you go and just do a little research on these people, Daryl will break everything down to you to sign just like a baby. And you will understand where they're coming from. And then they'll give you the history. See, they'll give you history and show you that Europeans got $97 trillion. We got 2.7 trillion amongst 34 million. 10 millions of Africans. Okay? But they're not the ones that are original. So they count us all together as 43, but it's really the original people that built this country. It's about 34, 35 million. Okay? We get nothing. When you compare our wealth and you look at everybody's wealth, from the Africans to the Chinese to the Europeans, and put us all together, we at the bottom. Mexicans just came here and they right there with us. They right there with us. Now think about that for a minute. Now we're not going to go into the history because we understand the digital people, but we're just talking about the things that's happening that we know for a fact.
Right.
The fact is people were brought here. Some people were here, stayed here. So let's get all this together. See, because I don't want to mix the two up. But we are not talking about the history what the indigenous people was here. We are talking about what's been going on, and the people from 1600 up to 1900 to right now built this country. These are the people we are focusing on.
Right.
We still, by the way, I'm gonna piggyback off what he said.
Go ahead.
But back then, we owned 1.1% of wealth, and we still own that today.
All right. Anybody want to add on to that? You want to add on to that?
No, I'm just listening.
Okay, but you know you're great. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing, though. This is the thing. On what both of them brothers are saying it's very deep and it's very soul touching because politics is something. Go ahead, ma'am. I'm gonna answer your question real quickly. You go ahead and speak.
No, I'm just saying from
Go ahead.
listening to the men talk and hearing
Yes, ma'am.
what has been said. Do you think that, and I know, Reg, you said that we were Republicans, but I'm talking about in recent times.
Okay.
Look around this audience, look around the panel. I'm talking about in our generational time.
Right.
Do you think that it would be smart to try the other side? Maybe take that side back. Maybe go that. Maybe I'm
gonna only say that only because it go back to what Big Benny said. We gotta have an agenda. It don't matter if it's Republican or Democrat.
That's right.
We gotta vote and make our vote count for whoever gonna do something for us. Right. No one's done nothing for us. So that's who should get the vote. But it's gonna take all of us together to push that agenda.
Right. Now, let this brother here ask a question. Go ahead, my brother.
I feel like this. I mean, you saying that we have to create an agenda. Well, Obama had that same agenda, and nothing necessarily went the way that he said it was going to be.
Because look,
his agenda wasn't.
Hold on. We got someone else that want to speak in the crowd. Then we got my brother that want to respond.
I'm just saying, because look.
Go ahead.
Look who he had to come behind was Bush. So, I mean, it takes more than the time that he was allowed to be in office to do what he for real needs to do.
Okay. Okay. So, brother, Big Ben, do you want to respond?
Yeah, I want to respond to that. Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
To your question and yours, number one, when you say Obama, because when you mention Obama, you all please do some research on it. See, because if you do research, you'll find out that he didn't do nothing.
Didn't do shit.
So now, but hold on, it wasn't.
But she's saying
listen,
he didn't have a chance.
No, but see, that's not true. You know what I'm saying? That's what the narrative was pushed out there. Now let me show you. I'm gonna give you the difference. We'll take Bush. If anybody can remember Bush from the beginning, when he first came in, y'all remember that conversation? I did in 180 days, than a person did in 8 years. Now, if you look at money that was taken from the schools, the HB, Obama took that away. Obama said we're not getting no reparation. He wanted to give us some schools. The crazy part was private schools. So if you get private schools, this means that people from their own, so they can put their own everything inside the school to teach us what they want us to teach.
Private sector.
You follow me? So now, if you're gonna invest in schools, why you didn't invest in the hoods, in those specific schools? And so the question goes, and then for the federal, let me get one more. I see you. The federal, Obama controlled the feds. See, this is what they don't tell us. It's like no matter what, he could have took the feds and say, look, I'm going to give I'm not going to give you no loans. I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to bail you out until you give these specific people loans. You give them jobs, get them federal jobs to pay this here. This is the only way I'm going to bail you out. He didn't do that. He gave them it. As a matter of fact, Obama watched. Now we got almost 100 billionaires. You follow what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm talking about. So now you see in his watch, everybody that always had money got more money. Yeah. All the ones that didn't have no money got less money. So the question is, you have to before you say anything about people, Just do some research. Because remember, y'all, this is the key point. Voting is an exchange. This ain't personal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't like you. This ain't this. Hey, look, you don't gotta like nobody. Just give me what I ask, and we keep it moving. That's what we have to understand. That's all voting is exchange. We don't supposed to feel like that's my friend. He talk crazy. He's stupid. He's dancing. No, they play on our emotions. That's stupid. That's not thinking. That's not a wise man or woman thinking. Voting is exchange. Yeah, dance. Yeah. You like chicken, but what you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me?
And that's the coldest part about that. Be careful that. And that's the coldest part about that. I see you lady right there. You wanted to ask a question.
So I really didn't want to ask a question, but I do have
a
comment and a question.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
My first comment, I would like to go back to what Benny was talking about, the private sector and being able to teach people what we want them to know. Part of the problem is that African Americans as a whole don't try to teach our own children a lot. We send them off to these schools and we let them educate them without giving them information ourselves that we know to be true. And then I would also like to ask the question as well. So, with the Trump administration, because I did not vote last time and probably will not vote this time either. Between Biden and Trump, people always say, let's vote for the lesser of the two evils. Right. I'm a firm believer if you don't have the agenda that I want you to have, then I'm not going to vote for you at all. You see what I'm saying? So what do you feel about that?
Well, this is what I'm saying. Do that vote really matter? Go ahead. Go back to that. Do that vote really matter?
Go ahead. This is what I feel about that.
True.
Now we're going to go back to him. Local election. You can when you go there, you can vote down ballot. Down ballot means that everybody that came out to vote, but you didn't vote for neither one of them because you didn't have our agenda. Okay, but you cannot slip on the regular local because you got judges, you got your police, you got everything that's surrounding that. So all this is piled up on this specific ticket at these specific times. So you just cannot, and you can't just say, no, I'm not going to do this here. But you can go down ballot and still get out there and like, wow, 34 million of them came out and vote. But guess what? Nobody voted for him or him. So the question is now the question is now they're gonna have to take us serious. They don't take us serious. This is why they throw dances. This is why they tears with chicken and food and all this. They don't take us serious because we do not understand politics.
And I want to add something to that too. That is.
We got one in the back.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, so my thing is, why do we even have to respect politics? I feel like, why is there a Democrat Republican period? When we originally had businesses, owned everything, and did things ourselves, why do we need a master so bad? Why do Black people need to look up for somebody to run a country? Why do we have laws? Why do we have restrictions? That's where you need to start at.
Because Trump said he independent.
Yeah, we don't need to be debating on who needs to be Democrat or Republican when we want to own everything. But people don't see that they blindsided by, oh, we need to be on this team and that team. But they don't care which team you own. And realistically, your vote don't matter to me because what president has walked to your door and helped you get out of Section 8? Which president has went to other countries and helped poverty? They have trillions of dollars. They print money. If they wanted to stop hunger tomorrow, they could. It doesn't take rocket science to think about stuff like this. They don't want you to make it. It's not made for us to make it. Black people are suppressed for a reason. It goes back to DNA. It's deeper than just working a job 9 to 5. And they think money is the root of all evil. Money is only evil by the person's attention. You can give money to charity. You can give money to people that's sick, and it can be good. But once you use it to manipulate for population control, for making us homeless, for making us in debt, that's when it's evil. It's the people that's in these higher powers. It's not just the president, it's people darker than him. He's a puppet. And people want to aim at Trump, but it's people that he's listening to. So sometimes you can't just sit here and look at politics with the blind eye.
Okay. Hold on. Whoa. Hold on. But listen. Check this out. Hey, listen, sus, you did a great rollout, and I love every bit of that. But now, what we finna do right now, we finna start at Red, then him, then I, and if he want to add on, he more than welcome. What we finna do now is not roll out facts. The facts got to be backing up. We finna roll out truth and something that you can see, not just can see, but can hear and also feel. We finna bring. Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead. Get your. I want you to get it on out.
Questions get answered.
Listen, listen. Right now. Listen. The question will be answered, and guess what? For everybody that believe in anything or any job that you are working, anything that you believe that you have read, and ain't nothing but beyond you talk to you, and guess what? Your question will be answered, and everything you read will put you in a circle or spinning your wheel. Because we finna answer these questions very purified. Red, go ahead and pop it off. We're finna get this here done, because this is some real shit right here. Excuse my language, but I like this. This is deep.
Regina, I like everything you said. Everything. You get, everybody can clap for. Everybody clap for. But y'all see how everybody clap. You got a lot of folks outside these walls, they ain't clapping. They clapping something else. They clapping guns, killing women, killing children, killing each other. That's why everything you said makes sense. But it got to reach everybody.
So can I just interject real quickly? Because I want to understand why I get everything Jeannie said, and I applaud her for her thought process. But when do we take responsibility for the things that we?
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
That's what I'm getting at.
Hold on. Go ahead, bro.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm not pointing the finger at nobody.
I feel you on the part of taking responsibility, but if they built this for us to
Black Wall Street.
Okay, now let me explain something to you.
And they burned down the Black Wall Street too.
Right, because, ma'am, let me say something to you, ma'am. This is the truth.
Tell me.
Man, let me say something. Listen. Let me say something. And when I say this here, brother, I know you've been, you know what I'm saying, ready to get off. So when I say this here, I want you to pick it up and go and do what you do best. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to say is it's a thing called colonization. Mm-hmm. Once you understand colonization, do you understand where you at? See, first of all, is this here. Let me answer Gina question too as well. Okay. First of all, the problem is you never fought for independence. See, black people never fought for independence. They fought to be a part of a system. No, that ain't cause they own you. Cause the founder of the United States of America. Matter of fact, in some of biblical times that took place was here in America. Know what I'm saying? Don't let this map upside down make you believe south north over there. Cause it's not. Right. You can listen. After they colonize you, you receive that. See, you receive that. All the education everybody in this building have right here tonight came from a Western education, came from them. It's called a document. It's a program. That's why they send you through trainings. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call you kids. You're a goat. You train animals. You raise animals, I meant to say. You train students. See, once they disconnect you and colonize you, and you never fought for independence, and just like my brother was saying, we got these artificial leaders that's representing you and I today, that stars, which is actually puppets, puts us in the same situation. In order for anything to change, we have to decolonize. And number two, I want to say this here too. I'm back to you, Gina. You said it's a powerful thing. I'm right back at you. For number one, I'm going to show y'all something about voting that's so cold they don't even explain to you. I don't care who they are, what education they have. See, first of all, you got to understand legislation. You can fight only out here on the pavement, on the streets. But when you get in this table, your voters don't matter no more. It's either he'll gonna agree, Big Benny gonna agree, Red gonna agree, or it's not happening. Now, all y'all fought for to get me in office, I can't even get it done. Wesley Bell for St. Louis, for an example. We went out and fought for Wesley Bell. We voted for Wesley Bell. We pushed Wesley Bell to the top where we'll say there's somebody black here from St. Louis are pushing an issue. This brother said you have to have an agenda. Well, Wesley Bell had an agenda. But when
go by it.
Right, he went by it. Whoa, hold it. He went by it. But by him being elected in office, dealing with them, your vote that you have passed him through doesn't matter. Because you know why? There are laws that they had already passed from the 1800s that still exist today. They pull them out when they get ready. They call them policies. You know what I'm saying? They call them statutes to turn to a policy, to a law. But this is the key. Like Big Benny was saying earlier today, I want to roll back on that because I want you to pick that up very heavily. The problem is, while we're killing each other, while we disconnected, it's because we had fell in a trap of living lawless. See, when we're in the beginning of time, we were trained by law. We're not living by law. So therefore, I am able to kill you. I am able to rape you. I'm able to do all the things I choose to do because I live lawless. Now that they talk about Christianity, they talk about Paul and whoever the place may be. Paul said it's not I who commits the sin. It's the law within me that's doing it. So it's not in control. So when you live in your flesh, you get confused. But when you live in your soul tells you, as the good book tells you, to separate. Live by law. We're not living by no law. We're living lawless. Go ahead, ma'am.
I'm going to say the laws that they give us, do y'all really think, well, okay, first off, we have laws, right?
Yes.
But if you really think about it, they say this is the land of the free. We're not free. We got privileges. Anytime somebody can give you something taken away, you a slave, that's a privilege.
That's because, man, go ahead.
Anytime they give you food stamps and everything, and what's so sad is that they look at us like we're hop up for a quick dollar, EBT and all that, and everybody want to say Democrat this, Democrat that. But people in the politics, they do dark stuff. They do a lot of things that's against us. Mm-hmm. And it's a conversation people don't want to talk about, but it's just basically everybody going to Democrats because we get free benefits. But that's a privilege. Ain't nothing free out here.
Man, let me tell you something. Let me let Brother Benny push that issue out and get that straight out. But they ain't giving us nothing, man. Not no Democrats.
I just gotta say one thing. See, when I say that we deal with the effects, we don't think about the causes. Mm-hmm. Because after the causes of things, if you don't identify the causes of nothing, how you going to deal with the effects? We don't deal, that's how we deal with it. Trying to figure out. We can take it and go on there and go on, keep on going and this and see all the problems. But the main problem is we are a lawless community. Now let me break this down to you.
Go ahead, my brother. Bring it on in.
When you're talking about worldly laws, you understand how they go. You know, don't run the red light, pay your bills, and all this other extra stuff that they got going on in the world, which is actually fine because, you know, hey, it's structured in its way. Also, it's structured against us. So how do we overcome this? How do we beat this here? We have to understand that we have to bring some law in us and get some understanding and say, okay, just like we talk about a bail. Now, if we had a law community, Bail wouldn't have been the first one in there. See, we could have put Bail, the one who his boss, on and on and on in there. So all the people that need to be in there to represent us as a community would have been there. We could have even changed the laws. That's been there since 1800.
Right.
When you got a lawless community, we scatter. So which means we can't deal with none of this stuff until we understand, okay, let's get this law thing together amongst us. So you got I challenge anybody. I tell them, hey, read the 10 Commandments. Just read it. Read the fruits of the Spirit. Just read it. Mm-hmm. That's all. Don't do nothing else in the Bible. Just take that 10, take that 7 and read it. and you tell me what's the problem is.
Right.
Don't even worry about, okay, a white man wrote it. Let's just look at it. Is he going by it? So you have to understand who wrote what and what's going on. We're just talking about how we get ourselves, our community on point. We have to start at some point. And the only point that we can start at is coming to our mind like, you know what? We have to stop killing each other.
That's right.
We have to stop doing this to each other. We have to stop selling. We have to stop these things. We have to. Now, the only way that's going to happen through the policies are reparations, because we can't deal with it no other way, because you can't tell. I've been there. You can't tell me, don't do this here, and I'm trying to feed my son or my daughter or my family. You don't know my story. You don't know what's going on.
Right.
You can't tell me that. But we got a broken community, and you push. Remember now, we are pushed to be entertainers. That's it. That's how we pushed to be. Again, anybody in here tell me again, nobody family, nobody grandmama, nobody daddy taught them politics. See, this answered all your questions, because what you were talking about is like, how can we do this together? The only way it's going to happen is that we got to bring law within our own life, which means that we have to understand what law is. And then once we understand what law is, it's easy to walk it then from that specific point, because we on one accord. As long as we off on we like we are, we ain't gonna never get nothing done. That's how that question, Gina. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll take us everywhere. It keep going, because all the understanding, like, wait a minute, this not making no sense. Ain't nothing making no sense. But the question is, how we gonna get together and be under this umbrella that we under, and still structure something where we own anything? How?
And be able to come.
Gotta take responsibility.
The lady right here. Excuse me. Okay. You finished, my brother?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Let this lady here speak.
I was gonna let him finish talking because I thought I was raising my hand.
Okay, you don't have no question.
No.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead and answer your question. What you have to say? She don't have a question. I apologize, y'all, if she don't have a question. Go ahead, sir.
All right, so the biggest thing you got to understand with human beings is psychology. The mental health state of our people is broken. If you look back to where we come from in slavery, we're not over that. If you look back at the DNA, we carry still the anger, the pain and suffering from our people. It's still in us. So you have a broken people. No matter if you can put together a nice house, but if the people in it crazy, it's gonna get tore down. So if the mental health state is not there, you're not having nothing. You can build up laws, you can do everything you just said, but the true thing that's holding us back in our community is our mental health. That's never talked about. That's actually ignored. It is actually encouraged to say, "Oh, you fine, you're okay. You keep living the way you living, it's fine." But it's not. People are killing themselves. They're killing their children. People are doing monstrous things, and they don't even understand why. They say, "Oh, I hear a voice in my head." Your mental state is not there. Everything starts in your mind. If you believe that you can fly and you jumping off buildings, you ain't all the way there. And you have a community full of people who don't understand. You got people cursing out their mothers and their fathers, being disrespectful. They have no structure in their mind. It's never taught to us. We grow up thinking that it's okay to be evil towards your family, and you don't even understand why. We get beat. People are getting beaten by their parents who shouldn't even be parents. So now they full of hatred. That's a mental issue that they got to carry for the rest of their life. So now you're going through life with a bunch of anger, and you don't even understand because you have no structure. You don't come from that. So now you're out in the streets. You might have some kids, but your mental state ain't right. So now you're gonna go rob an old lady. You might kill her. You beating on people. That's a community full. That's not just a handful. It's a community full all over the country that we have to deal with, but it's not being addressed. That's the whole point with the politics. Everything that's stated, that's the main thing that need to be fixed.
Okay, my brother Red gonna answer that question now, and that was great right there. But I want to say this here too. Before I pass the mic to Red, I want you to do some research, my brother, and understand everything that's taking place now from each character had already been taking place. It's been going on for years. You know what I'm saying? And I understand deeply what you're saying, but let's not fall in the category that's been actually presented to us, that's been given to us. You know what I'm saying? But that's great. We're gonna get back on that. Go ahead, my brother, pick that up.
I understand what you're saying about the mental state of the community. But when are we gonna stop making excuses for ourselves?
Mm.
Please stop making excuses. It starts with you. If you can change you, people around you be like, "Whoa, he changed. I
True
can
that.
change." And there it's a chain game. That's how it starts. That's how you break the mentality of what we've been through. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. We got two more individuals we want to add. You want to
I-
add on?
I want to add to that.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm finna get with y'all here in a
You
second.
got,
I don't want to.
Okay, well, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You don't-
Go ahead.
I'm not going to forget. Go ahead.
Go ahead, my brother.
Oh, I was gonna.
Go ahead, sister. What did you have to say?
I was gonna ask about the mental.
Okay.
You saying change the mental, break it, just change it, and don't use an excuse, right?
Right.
Okay. Why do we have to? Why is it? Excuse me. Why is it an excuse for us, but it's not an excuse for them? Why can they have a mental?
Because
issue
we can't
where
worry about them
we not
when
worried
we
about
fix
that.
it
No, that's not what I'm
ourselves.
saying. That's not what
We
I'm
can't
saying.
worry about.
I'm
You
saying,
just said
There are
that.
mental people.
You just told
mental
me
illness is real.
we worried about them.
Mental
No.
illness is real.
Yes, I'm not saying that. I told the man that's the truth. When we
Well,
gonna
how can
stop
we
making it
overcome
an
if
excuse?
it's real.
Sean, Sean,
We have to deal
let's
with
just
it. We have to
say,
get help
let's
for
just
it.
say
We
my
have to
car
get help.
keep
We
breaking
need
down,
therapists.
so I'm not gonna get
One
to
at a
work.
time. Let
Cause my
Red
car
finish.
break down,
You
right?
gonna finish?
It's
Red
the
gonna
bus
pick up.
line.
We gotta
I
be
can
so
call my
strong.
wife.
We gotta be
I
so
can call
strong. We
you.
can't even
I'm gonna
have
get
a
to
mental
work.
breakdown, but they
I'm
can't.
not gonna make an excuse not to go to work.
Right.
So why am I gonna make an excuse about my mental capacity?
If
Okay,
you
now go
mentally
ahead.
messed up, you mentally messed up.
Okay, now we finna respond to your statement there. Go ahead, my
We
brother.
got 1 out of 10 people that's
Sean,
mentally
hey.
Just saying.
We've already let you speak, man.
I feel like this here.
I'm about to get secured on you.
The stuff
Go
that,
ahead, brother.
the stuff that we endure in these neighborhoods,
Yes, sir.
like our mothers getting killed, sisters getting killed. The only people that can make it out of it is if you got a strong mind. Like a lot of people don't come back from that.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just
How do
seen
we
some
help
stuff.
those people?
I just seen some stuff that should have
You feel
made me
ourselves.
crazy. But it's
Hip ourselves.
you gotta have a strong mind. It ain't about no excuses. Like really, like
Did you seek the help that you may have needed though?
I know how to fix it myself.
Okay,
Okay,
you
okay, hold on. One at a time. One at a time. Y'all
I ain't
let.
done.
Okay, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, my brother.
Go ahead.
Just vibe with me for a minute.
I
Go
got
ahead,
you.
my brother.
I
We're
got
with you.
Again, I know how to fix it. A lot of people ain't strong.
What about
My partner lost his mama and his sister the same day. He ain't been right since. So that's not an excuse.
It's not.
That's not an excuse. That's the same thing if somebody come up to you and kill your wife and your kids. You think your mental state gonna be good? Or is that gonna be an excuse?
But do that give him the okay to excuse me, fuck somebody else's life up because somebody fucked his up? See, that's
There
what
you
he's
go.
saying.
Look,
Yeah.
look. I'm glad he
Hold
brought that up because I lost my mama and daddy within 6 months. But yet I'm up here speaking to you. Why? Because my mentality came back.
But a lot of people don't
Meditation.
come back from that.
Okay,
That's what
now-
I'm trying to say.
okay, now
It's
let-
not
let this
because my
brother
thing
speak.
is you said, you know, why y'all keep saying excuses? It's not no excuse, bro. Like literally, I just seen niggas just out of whack, bro.
It's
Like,
the real
they come back
thing.
to me.
Look, let me tell you
Hold on,
something
let
too.
me finish
Let me
speaking.
tell you
Hold on.
something. I got it. Look here. Let me tell you something, man. It's a lot of demonic people running around here. It's not an excuse. Them demons. If you not doing it, I'm not doing it, he not doing it, she not doing it. What is it? Them folks demonic, man.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. We let Benny pick it up on that.
Yeah. Hold on. So are you saying these people that back to what he was saying? You saying that basically these people that just can't get back to where they was
Let Benny.
or demonic?
But you saying they doing evil things, right?
Not all of them.
Things not happen to me. I'm not doing nothing.
I'm saying what was done to them. He said mental health.
Right, but he
Right.
said mental health is why the
Hold on,
community
whoa.
the way it
We got
is.
4-5 conversations going on. We got somebody in the back I can hear talking about they can bring this conversation together. I need you to come on up here to the front. I need whoever said that to come to the front. Cause Big Benny is finna speak here in a minute. And I need whoever said they can bring this conversation together, man, we're gonna pick up with you as well. I don't see the sister, did you say that? Who said that they can bring this conversation together?
I think I said that, but I know you.
Oh, you did not say that. You'd already been excused. Go ahead, Brother Bennett.
Okay. Now, see, to go back to each one of y'all questions or the comments that you made, mental state. Now, this goes back from the beginning. That's why I say reparation. Why? Because reparation doesn't go just about money. It's about programs that's open up for when your friend and his family got murdered or shot or died back to back, that it's a place where he can go and get his mind on point instead of them giving him medicine. You follow what I'm saying? See, when we'll talk about a form of reparation, we'll not just talk about money. We're talking about building the things to redo our mind, get our mind back on point. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't have to take this medicine. We got natural stuff that's going to heal you. Instead of taking this specific type of this. I got something natural going to stop this. Natural for that. You know, and that won't happen if we in a community that's lawless, that's not, can't fight for these things, because the only thing we keep dealing with, that was the cause. I mean, that was the effect of something that caused it. That was the mental, that was the cause. We're dealing with the effects of everything. How do you overcome the effects of things? Now you have to start, because we're in this mundane world. We're living in this world. So we have to deal with this world according to how this world moving. But we don't have to be of the world. Understand what I'm saying? Right. You got to understand the two different. You can be in the world, but not of the world, which means that I know I got to do this. I know I got this, but you got to code within your own community. Then we can stop all that. We probably could have stopped them even get whatever made her or him get that person die. We got help for them before they get to that point, because we got programs where they can go. Every
programs now, but what they do, they self-medicate.
But see, this is the problem.
That's what get them to that point where they ready to kill somebody.
Again,
self-medicate.
Watch this here now. It's important. When I talk about reparation, I'm talking about lawless community. What I'm saying these things, you have to understand it from a broader view. Because if me and you together, and we say me and you establish a hospital, we'll just say that for it. Me and you establish a hospital. You don't want to call me, I'm on one call with you, and our hospital got nothing to do with no medicine. Got everything to do with natural healing. That's gonna help this community. It don't matter what that community doing over there on the other side. You follow what I'm saying? But the only way it's going to work unless we have a law within ourselves to understand what the law is. That's the only way it's going to happen. And we have to deal with the world no matter what nobody think. We got to deal with this world. So where you going to deal with it? You're going to keep dealing with it in a way, just don't let them throwing things. Well, I'm going to roll this way, I'm going to roll this way, I'm going to go this way. Just going, that doesn't make any sense. There's no code, there's no nothing, no balance or anything. So
basically, we need law.
Period. Because law going to put you on an understanding like, okay, this not going to happen. Our community going to change. Right. Period.
Gonna make you think.
Wait a minute. No, we need this reparation. We need this reparation because we need to build our own schools.
That's right.
We need this reparation because we need to take care of our own, because we've been allowing you to do it for what? 400-500 straight
plus years.
Plus years.
How is it working out?
So tell me,
how is it working out? Colonized.
So the thing goes.
Go ahead.
How? We gave you the chance.
That's right.
We gave everybody the chance to come and do what they supposed to do right by us. We the salt. Do y'all understand that?
That's right.
We make this thing roll.
That's right.
That's right.
Don't nobody else make this thing roll but us. We got to understand that. You don't know who was the money here during the 1600s?
Right.
We was worth more than gold. Diamonds in Africa.
Africa was
right here.
Gold.
People, we built this place.
Okay, you finished, my brother?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, go ahead. I got you in a second, sister. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, speak what you got to say.
So when I brought up mental health, I get what you're saying. I get what everybody was saying. I wasn't saying it was an excuse. I was just saying, like, when you have that, it's the system is set up to the point where it allows us to stay that way, to let us stay in that state of decay where now you're spiritually dead. So everything that now in your life no longer matters to you because you feel like you have nothing. And so the point, what he was saying, is that now you have to bring law back into it. If you don't have that for ourselves, instead of listening to somebody say, I'm your white savior, take my hand. You know what I'm saying? That's been the problem. All black.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Because as a community, we've been so trusting to everybody, and we've let everybody just basically take from us. Instead of us being the one, because everyone looks up to us, but they twist it, play mind games, that's what it said. But the mental health, you can't understand when you're being manipulated.
Right. Now go ahead, my sister.
I just
You
want
got
to
a point there, great point too.
piggyback off of what Benny was saying about teaching on our own, because I'm really big on that.
Yes, ma'am.
I think integration was the worst thing that ever happened to the black community.
Yes, it was.
110%.
Yes, it
Because
was.
when we had our own sector, we had our own teachers teaching our children that looked like us. We did not have all this lawlessness.
Yes,
Okay,
no,
we did not.
No,
We
didn't.
had doctors who made sure that we were treated properly. We had teachers who taught our children properly. We had grocers and all those type of things. And that's why I go back to saying we need to give Black Wall Street rebuild one in every city. Because when we look at each other, it used to be like that. We seen nothing but love, okay? And with the lawlessness Benny's talking about, we did not have that. Because you knew that if Auntie Betty or Uncle Benny seen you doing something wrong, not only was they gonna beat your tail and snatch you up, when you got home, your mommy and your daddy was gonna beat your tail too. When we start sending our kids into these other communities, long before I was ever thought about, but when that happened, we lost that. And I feel like that's what part of the black community problem is. We so busy looking at what they doing and saying, well, why they doing that? Why is it okay for them to do that? It ain't about that. We need to stop looking at other people and worried about what they doing and get ourselves together and do what we need to do for us.
Right.
I agree. And listen, I agree. And Miss Lady, I seen you back there with your hand up. And I want to touch on that there and on the mental health and actually what this lady here is saying. And when I touch on this is, a lot of things you can add on to. You can shape it. But this doesn't need any adding or shaping. What had happened, and we have to recognize this. This is the truth. It's going to stand alone. We have lost connection with the true higher power. See, you're not connected to the true higher power. I'm going to tell you the reason why. You are the only people in the whole world suffering from the things that some creature have told you. Mental health, your education, all those things. Once you lost connection with the higher power, then you have fallen up under another category. You know what I'm saying? You praising something someone have given to you. The only thing that you can pray, the greatest Christian in America today, praise what he have heard, praise what he have been taught, praise what he have seen, and what Jesus told me. But a true survivor of the land, he tells you and praise something that he cannot even identify. Go ahead, ma'am. I see you over there. Go ahead, ma'am. You're right there. In the red, right there in the back.
I was saying something about like going with red, taking accountability.
Yes, ma'am.
Because at the same time, you can teach yourself knowledge. You can go out here and teach yourself about all of this stuff. People are choosing to be comfortable with ignorance. Ignorance is bliss. Black people don't want to hear truth. Some people know deep down a lot of stuff needs to change, but they want to make excuses because they're comfortable with the lie. You can't program somebody that don't want to know truth.
Well, see, that's the thing. 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 That's the major problem right there. That is a major problem. That is a major problem. Because see, now I'm gonna rotate all the way around the table and to this lady here and everyone that was in the audience. And the thing is, man, by us living lawless and not praising the real creator, we are following a suit. You know what I'm saying? See, once you get doctrine, you don't even know where you come from. You don't know who you are. You're gonna teach you are comfortable yourself with teaching your child this. You comfortable yourself sending your child there. You are. Not them, you are. 99.9% of the people look like you and I in America stood up for integration. Was a depressive state of mind to the soul of those who come after them.
But they didn't even realize what we had at the
But
time.
see, they realized it, but the problem was, once we lost that connection to the higher power, once we lost lawness, we have felt accustomed to a forest of survival. And when you're in the forest of survival, and this go to mental health, if your mind ain't strong, don't worry about your heart, because it's only pump blood, brother. That's all it do. It's not in your heart, it just pump blood. That's it. If your soul ain't conditioned, then your mind will surely be weakened. Then if you ain't praising something that's greater than you and I, because man can't give you the answer. He can only lead you to someone that I call the caretaker. That higher power will take you in and take care of you. That's all man can do. But when man get to leading you across the Red Sea, we got a problem here. We got to think about something here. That's a difference. So we have to recognize that, like these brothers saying, that sister saying at the end of the day, and like that sister saying at the end of the day, we, like this brother was saying, we can go on, we can dig all day. The topic is, what is the responsibility? What? Go ahead, ma'am. I see you right there in the black.
I just want to piggyback off of something she asked earlier.
Go ahead, ma'am.
In the segment, she wanted to know, like, how did this presidency become? How did we even end up with leaders?
Okay.
She wanted to know that.
Okay.
And
but we all get that. Okay. Who wanna get that?
I started.
Okay.
You know, I got that topic. I touched on it.
Let her finish. Go ahead, sis. I apologize. Come on up front, man. Come on up front. You need to come on up front because you talking.
I don't know how many people even read the Bible or even study it. But if you read 1 Samuel 8 and read that whole chapter, it explains to you how we end up with these leaders and these kings and this. And the Most High even explained to the people what was going to become of it if we appointed a king. And us being stubborn, like we are, stiff-necked, we chose a king anyway. So now we got presidents, this, that, and the other. Now she want to know how this came about.
And I
1 Samuel 8, read the whole chapter and it'll tell you how it came about.
Okay, hey, sis just broke down Samuel. We can get on that as well. Please, everyone that since you asked the question, if anybody want to respond,
like that,
please.
But I'm gonna let you know.
Go ahead, my brother.
But I'm gonna let you know how the white folks brought it in. It's a lot of people don't know that John Hanson was the first president of the land.
Look like you.
So-called black man,
No,
not George Washington.
8, that was us. That was us. That wasn't
What
no
I
white
just
people.
said. I just said John Hanson was a black man.
Okay.
First president of the land. George Washington was a general in his army. George Washington ended up being the 9th president of the land. We called him number 1 when he symbolized chopping that cherry tree down. Look how we scattered now.
Ain't nobody laughing.
Look how we scattered now. That symbolized chopping the so-called black nation down and no one will never spread knowledge so we can keep growing.
Okay, that's a good answer. Go ahead, my brother. Come on, my brother.
I see that, bro. Go ahead.
Come on, my brother. Let it out. Let it out. Bring it on home before we close. Get it to us. Don't hold back. Because you know what you do if you hold back.
First, bringing 1 Samuel up, bringing the first president of the United States, of this country up. Now we should understand why law was very, very important.
Okay.
Because now 1 Samuel 8 brings you back into, she talking about the Bible. Okay, so that's what she trying to give you a direction. We all have to have a direction, an understanding at some point to give us an understanding.
Right.
Mankind have a manual.
Right.
All the manuals that's out here for mankind don't mean that it's subscribed for mankind for us to actually read it and take, this is the law. That ain't how it works. And we have to understand that everybody in this earth is just because we look alike or we pump blood through each other, still we are different. Period.
Yes.
It's different people, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's almost like a short dog, a big dog, or a big cat, or whatever. Right. It's different. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with different people? What's wrong with different people? Well, with different people, think about it. If that's not good enough for no one to understand, this is the question I just ask anybody. How come? Because we have to stick on based on we are entertainers. Okay. Why are we the best entertainers? Because I want just the question. Why are we the best entertainers? Everybody copy us. Why are we the best? Why? So y'all don't think that if we took and put this same energy in law, that we won't be our own best politician? We won't be our own best governor. We won't be our own best doctors.
I like that.
Our own best teachers. How in the world we the best in everything, but we can't govern ourselves?
But what we need to be best.
We can't govern ourselves. You mean tell me we can't be no politician? Come on now. So they let you know if these people are set aside, so to speak, this means there's something else going inside them. We done tried Muslim. It ain't work. We done tried Buddhism. It ain't work.
Got whooped with Christianity.
We got beat with Christianity that ain't actually in the Bible.
And it
ain't
work.
It ain't work. We went to Christian. We went to atheists. It haven't worked. So the question is, we have to find out who we are because the manuals are there. It's just that we can't allow people to tell us about our book.
That's right.
That's right.
You can't let nobody tell you about your book. How's somebody gonna teach you? That's the think about this here. Just when you went back the first time, my sister, you said we need to teach ourselves.
She did. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The question is, you tell me this here. How you gonna understand teaching a white kid?
You can't, because I don't understand what white people.
So how can a white person teach us?
I know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that should make you think like, wait a minute.
Because they don't understand us.
It ain't that they bad teachers.
Right.
It ain't that they could be some good teachers. But what's wrong with us teaching ourselves? Because I'm gonna understand you way more than any white. Ain't no white man gonna understand you.
Come from the same
ain't no Chinese.
Right.
Ain't no.
Have something in common.
So
that's true. That's true.
So now you get to the point where you start off really, really simple. You get some law in you, and you work that law, and you get your family to work that law. And we as a nation need to get a law in us, and every question, every mental thing, anything that you got going on in you, we can get rid of it. Period.
By law.
Period. Because now we're going back to the law. That actually y'all are responsible for this. Because trust this, think about this, my people. How are we calling ourselves kings and queens or from kings and queens? What made them fall off? And how could you, what is a king? What is a queen? What does that represent in the nation? I want to know. because we call ourselves these things.
What is their responsibility?
And what are their responsibilities?
They had
And how did these kings and queens that I answered, how did they fall off?
Well, we know that.
You follow what I'm saying? So now when you see it, the conversation goes to one thing only. We are a lawless community until we understand and fight. Everybody ain't gonna get on board. That's okay. That's okay.
Right.
But enough of us not fight. Enough of us not understand. Enough of us not, and we can start right here, right in our own homes. We don't have to fight the world. We can start right in our own house, with our own family, with our own children, with our own cousins, and with our own aunties, and on, and best friends, and whatever. We can start right there, and then it goes out. That's just,
Hey, before we wrap it up, hey,
Oh, yeah.
hey, this here, hey, I love every bit of this here. This is what I'm talking about. My brother here gonna say a few pieces on the way out of here. And look here, this is the deal. Go ahead, my brother.
This was a good one today, man. It was a good one. Brother Red, Brother Benny,
Yeah.
Brother Jay, all the black folks out there, we need to come together, unite, unity, and just some unity. Start there first. We need to start there first. Unity.
Hey, I love every bit of it. I thank everybody for coming out. I thank everybody for being, especially, hey, I thank all three of y'all for being on the show. And I thank everybody in the audience for asking the questions. That was powerful. But when I leave out of here, I want us to remember one people, one nation, one law, one creator, one vote.
right? That's real.
You know what I'm saying? This is